Yep. Yeah. October 13th, 2021. Halfcast 158, episode 158. Let's do it, people. Happy hump day. Almost there. Almost there. I have a few things I would like to share with you guys. An evening of reflection. Woman becomes a cop after being shot by her NYPD boyfriend. When her boyfriend punched her in the face, she called the police. When he hit her in the head with the chair, she called again. Officers would arrive, and despite her obvious injuries, a cut lip, a swollen eye, would turn and leave when her boyfriend, who was a prison guard at Rikers Island, would flash his own badge. Now, isn't this supposed to be protect and serve? It doesn't matter. Police means you also police your own. Know what I mean? Like, yeah, police means you police your own. People are supposed to come to you when they need you. He hit her more until Katrina Cook Brownlee, 22 and pregnant, finally moved out of their home in Medford on Long Island with her two young children hiding out in a hotel nearby. Yo, shout out to sis for being courageous enough, because sometimes it takes more courage to leave than it does to stay. On Long Island with their two young children hiding out in a hotel nearby. It was January 1993. Several days passed before she realized she needed more clothes for her daughters, and she returned to the house. Her boyfriend, Alex Irvin, was waiting with a gun. What do you have out for the mother of your kids who's putting up with your shit? Know what I mean? What do you like? Yeah, this is the day you die, bitch. He said, and he fired straight at her belly. He fired again and again and again and again. He emptied the revolver's 5-round cylinder, then reloaded and emptied it again. What the fuck? The extraordinary outcomes followed that bloody day. 3 extraordinary outcomes followed that bloody day. 1, Katrina lived. Nice. Doctor removed all the bullets they could without causing more damage, leaving 6 inside her. She left. What type of hatred do you have for this? At one point, you said you love this woman. She left the hospital. Yeah, she left the hospital months later in a wheelchair. Her unborn child did not survive. 2, she learned to walk again and run. Her left side hurt when it rained, the remaining bullets. 3, Miss Brownlee, who only had ever been let down and ignored by men with badges. Beat game. Miss Brownlee, who had only ever been let down and ignored by men with badges, even as she stood as living evidence of the beatings and violence one of them had delivered, approached an institution she deeply distrusted and stepped inside. Yes, be the change that you want to see in this world. The police department have failed me, Ms. Brownlee, now 51, said in a recent interview. I wanted to be a good cop, show them how it's done. In 2001, she entered the police academy. What followed was a 20-year career of promotions to busy, dangerous areas of policing, from the streets of Brooklyn to undercover work in narcotics and prostitution stings. She ended up on the elite executive protection detail as a bodyguard to the mayor of New York. Good, nice. And I'm pretty sure she also came across a lot of women who were going through the same thing she was going through, and was able to help a lot of women in dangerous households. The entire time through all those postings, Miss Brownlee did her best to keep her shooting a secret. She feared that her fellow officers or her bosses would make of her traumatic injuries and her motivations for joining their ranks. Didn't want no special treatment, or also that could backfire and people wouldn't trust her because they think she might have an axe to grind. People judging. Yeah, Miss Brownlee said, maybe you're crazy. Let me strip you of your gun. Maybe you're a head case. Would you be mad at me if I was? So she hid her scars beneath the police uniform at first, then under her disguises for the undercover work, and finally with the business suit of the mayor's security detail. I wanted to tell people so many times, she said, but she held her story close, buried like those remaining bullets. Wow. Katrina Brownlee's young life had already been a series of bad relationships when she met Alex Irvin in the 1980s. In 1992, Miss Brownlee was pregnant again. Yeah, 5 years of raping, torturing, locking me in closets. What is it? What are you doing? What type of guy is this that does this to someone? Locking me in closet. She said this summer in a series of interviews after she left the force. Where was I going to go when you're abused and you're battered? It's normal. She had no family to turn to in New York and no other options. Whoa. Where was she originally from? This is what people who want to abuse you usually do. They get you away from your friends and your family. So so you don't have a support system. Then she fled, returning only for a bag of clothes for the children, first carrying her sleeping 3-year-old to a nearby room. How do you shoot up your pregnant girlfriend, your pregnant wife? He appeared behind her, and when she turned to face him, he fired. She would learn months later what happened as she lay dying. Whoa. Yeah, released from the hospital. Trial preparation was underway. Then Mr. Irvin called her from jail. This is what you're going to say. She said he told her, you shot yourself 10 times. Fuck out of here. Yeah, you're gonna be, where I really hope he was in Rikers Island on the other side of them bars when the inmates and found out what he was doing this whole time. That you're a tough guy, and you're a tough guy when you're on the cell block, officer, but you're a bitch beating on women when you're at home. He's going to get out of jail. I have no one, she recalled, thinking he's going to get out of jail. She felt powerless on every level. The doctor told me I'll never walk again. She just defied all odds. Yeah, and I stayed in that mentality. She said, you're in a wheelchair, you're paralyzed. She remembered thinking that's the way it's going to be. Wow. This is an excellent story. I'm actually going to share this to my Twitter page right now. This is what a great way to start the show. I am AJ. If you like the content, like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know you're rocking with your doing. What are we doing? Mike Lindell. This guy horrifies me. This guy terrifies me, man, because people thought Trump was a joke. Trump was like a novelty president. If this guy gets in, he really believes what he believes, and he's really gonna push this shit to where you're really gonna be wearing aluminum foil on your heads instead of masked over your faces. I really believe that, man. He is a man that no matter what, Mike Lindell is still spreading lies about the 2020 election. He most recently claimed 23,000 dead people voted in Wisconsin using a prison address. See, the man is he's sleepy. He hasn't been even using his own pillows. He's just been working. He needs one of his own pillows. Yeah, or that is horrible, because maybe his pillows is what's making him think like that. It's all a mind control device that he put in millions of people's houses. So when it's time for him to take over, the pillows are already in place. My Pillow CEO and Trump loyalist Mike Lindell is back with another lie about the 2020 election. This is the kid in the corner. You know he's not going to be shit. So he just grabbed you. Yeah, you just give him crayons. But then you realize, hey, maybe that picture looks like it might be something. I mean, Lindell is falsely claiming that 23,000 dead people voted using the same address in Wisconsin. And we've come across some voting issues with ballots and people destroying ballots recently. And yeah, we've came across that, but this is like 23,000 dead people. Really, the businessman made the claims during an interview on his personal website. Nearly 1 year after former President Donald Trump lost the 2020 election to President Joe Biden, MyPillow CEO and fierce Trump loyalist Mike Lindell is still espousing a string of bizarre and false claims about the election. What's next? Is reptilians? This time, the right-wing businessman trumpeted a conspiracy theory that tens of thousands of people voted using a fake address and phone number in Wisconsin to help buy and win the battleground state that Trump took in 2016. Without offering any evidence, Lindell, during an interview on his website, nobody snatches anybody's mic anymore. You're not on like Meet the Press and like, what is he talking? Just turn that off. We discussed prior to us hitting the record button that you wouldn't say that. Yeah. Yeah. Now let's bring the kid with the monkey in the unicycle, and let's see if we can fill in this last 4 minutes, man. God, get him out of here. If you can pull up, I'm gonna show you. Oh, he's telling people to pull up. If you could pull up, I'm going to show you guys in Wisconsin, just an example, how 23,000 people voted using a prison address and used the same phone number, he said. And a lot of them were people that turned out, as we dove into it, they're not alive anymore. What? So what are you getting? Morgue records? Lindell, 60. Too young to be that crazy in the head, sir. Did not offer any additional specifics. Let alone nobody's gonna let you in. And this is I really hope, because I can sit here and talk all day, but thinking like that, nobody's gonna let you in the office. And I really hope nobody lets you in the office, because he seems like the type that's gonna make things like, the wrong guy to make things happen. People would be able to register using the same phone number. The lie is just the latest in Lindell's attempts to convince Americans that widespread voter fraud, that's your niche. That's what you're just riding. You're just going to ride that until the end, right? Until you just lose everybody and you lose all your money. Next up. Campaigns cost money, man. Wars, just like think of a campaign as a war effort, is almost like the same. So you have a strategy and you have execution. And the war chest is not infinite, it's finite. So when you hit the platform, when you hit the road, when you put together a plan, you put together a team, when you do not want to hit the road talking this nonsense, you want something that's going to be tried, is going to be tested, is going to be hard hitting, and it's going to be effective, not zombies voting from the local prison. Jesus. A Rhode Island man posed as a lawyer to scam inmates, then blew their money on marijuana and gambling while awaiting sentencing for defrauding the government out of PPP funds. Everybody been eating off them PPP funds, man. Everybody found a way to get in on it. The only thing is that if you ain't real right, if you're not real right about it, then it's going to come back to bite you in the ass. But you can damn sure enjoy yourself. Right off the front end. Prosecutors say Michael Moeller posed as a lawyer to steal money from fellow inmates in Rhode Island. He was already in jail? No, I'm in tears already, man. He was already in jail. So what he's gonna, I heard about your case. I want to represent you. I'm gonna get you out of here. We're gonna get you you're gonna give some of that time back. You're gonna get out early. And wouldn't the first thing I would say is be like, well, if you're such a damn good lawyer, then what the fuck are you doing there? Bumming cigarettes? What the fuck? Well, my situation is different. My situation is different. No, Mueller perpetrated this scheme while awaiting sentencing for defrauding the government out of $699,251 in PPP loans. Prosecutors say Mueller's actions in jail show he's incapable of stopping himself from defrauding others. Because he sees, this is just too easy. This is just too easy. You get people in life, you get them young, that people will say, somebody's a liar, and it progresses when no matter how big or how small it is, as long as you give them an audience, they'll say anything and they'll take it as far as you let them take it. Prosecutors said a Rhode Island man posed as a lawyer to steal money from fellow inmates. Inmates. It should only took one and an ass whooping, and his lawyer days should have been done. What's going on here? While he awaited sentencing for defrauding the government out of hundreds of thousands of dollars, I guess that's some type of cred that gives you some type of jail cred that I already got the government for. But if you tell them that, then somebody should be like, so if you what are you doing here? That's the whole case. What are you doing here telling me? Why aren't you out there spending some of that government money? Michael C. Moeller, 42, was sentenced to nearly 7 years in prison on Tuesday for defrauding the Paycheck Protection Program, which was designed to loan money to businesses forced to temporarily close due to the coronavirus pandemic, so that they could continue to pay their employees. According to court documents viewed by Insider, Mueller applied for PPP loans using the names of friends and relatives. Friends and relatives, and created false business profiles. Nobody's letting you. You can't register. Don't you have to register your business with a municipality for it to as an LLC or a sole proprietor, or you have to be registered as something. Now, I mean, even just a peddler's license to sell hot dogs on the street, you need a vendor's license. You need something that you could take to City Hall and say that you hold some type of responsibility for the business of which you claim. Yeah, I knew my shit. So how you got all these businesses registered, which he spent on trips to Vegas, baby. I'm surprised he ain't go to Hawaii like everybody else, and New Hampshire. Numerous trips to local casinos, the purchase of a Camaro automobile, the renovation of his residence, and online video gaming. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. The American fucking dream. Additionally, Mueller perpetrated this fraud while on supervised release for a prior armed robbery conviction. He already know he going down. Arguing that Mueller should receive a lengthy I would have, and please don't listen to me, people. I would have put some of that money away somewhere. And I got 7 years. Okay, I'll do my 7 years and do my time, and I would come back to cash because the IRS is watching now. I would come back to cash. Please don't listen to me. I would just do my time and come back to a large chunk of money and open a legitimate business. 2 of Mueller's fellow inmates at the Wyatt Detention Center whooped his ass when they find out he wasn't really a lawyer. No. Complained to the FBI that Mueller defrauded them into giving him thousands of dollars in cash as payment to a purported lawyer who would assist them in their criminal and immigration cases. According to the filing, prosecutors said that Mueller posed as a lawyer named Sam. Not Saul Goodman. Yeah, he pulled a Saul on him. Jesus, come on, man. And phone calls with the fellow inmates. At one point, they said Mueller got one of the inmates' hopes up by saying the lawyer had been able to post bail for him. He think he coming home. The inmates were, this is fucked up, man. The inmates were directed to pay Mueller's girlfriend their legal fees, with one inmate having his wife deliver $5,000 to the girlfriend and the other having a friend transfer about $12,000, according to the filing. Whoa. Prosecutors learned that the money was spent on marijuana, gambling, and on Mueller's commissary account. He opened up a whole store in there. You know he did. The court documents detail how Mueller acknowledged the scheme and agreed to have it impact his sentencing in a PPP fraud case in exchange for no separate charges being filed. Wow. The judge gave Mueller a slightly smaller sentence of 82 months and 3 years supervised release. Mueller must also pay $100 for a special assessment and $599,251 in restitution. He did during a period of which one would imagine that Mueller would be on his best behavior in an effort to convince the court that he was remorseful for his prior conduct, like low-hanging fruit. He just couldn't he couldn't help himself. He did the exact opposite by orchestrating yet another scheme to defraud people with whom he came in contact with. You stay away from that man. Anybody that tells you that they got this, I got this, I can do that, I can help you, I can do that, I can do that. Watch them from afar. Don't be the first person that's the guinea pig in this guy's fucking harebrained schemes. Judge to officiate wedding murder defendant in 2014, killing as trial judge to officiate wedding. And if I'm the judge, I'm gonna say no, go fuck yourself. What are you trying to like? Yeah, we're not buddies. You murdered somebody. Get the fuck. Not gonna be a judge. You know what? You get the guy that's in jail. Yeah, get him to be a jailhouse priest, since he's a lawyer and everything else. Get the other guy from the last story. You're not about that. Yeah, I'm not going nowhere. Yeah, I had a judge marry us when you go up in front of the parole board. Yeah, I'm all changed. Yeah, the judge came and married me and my wife so we could change. No, you're not gonna get no. You will not do that off my juice card as a judge, sir. To be fair, both marriage and criminal trials are transformative life events. Who wrote this shit? A Pennsylvania murder defendant asked his judge to preside over his wedding, according to, we not cool, bro. You killed somebody. To the Associated Press, Kashawn Divine Flowers, 25, faces trial for allegedly killing Hezekiah Walker. 19th Judicial District Judge Harry Ness is presiding over court, and if Flower gets his way, nuptials too. We'll take care of it next week. The judge said in court, he said he did not say no. What? Are you kidding me? Defense lawyer Brian Perry made the request on Flowers' behalf, saying it was the first time he made such an ask. Flowers wants to marry his girlfriend, who would not be a witness at trial. The attorney said, so there's like no conflict of interest. Ness's office declined to comment. Perry did not immediately respond to a law and crime request for Flowers. A member of the Southside gang allegedly shot Walker, mistakenly believing him to belong to the rival West End gang. Cops said in New York, in a York Dispatch report, Walker was only in the York, Pennsylvania area to visit family. Officer said Flowers allegedly shot him in the back of his head and on the lower leg on the morning of August 18th, 2014. Cops said Marcos Martinez, who said he used to run the streets with Flowers, testified in a preliminary hearing that Flowers got the gun from a man named Daisheem Jones. What? This just names. Whoa, just names all over the place. Jesus. I thought he was going to use it. I thought he was going to use it just for protection. Yeah, okay. I guess he got the Flowers returned the gun to Jones and confessed to approaching a person on the street and asking what side this person was on. What? You don't bring the gun back to me, man. What the hell is wrong with you? Martinez testified he originally believed this was a lie because it was not rare for gang members joke about shootings, but he realized it was the truth after hearing about a recent killing. I guess he got the answer he was looking for and shot him. Martinez said, wow, no, I'm not marrying you, man. You out here killing you. Goddamn kill somebody. I don't want you. Yeah, you go in front of the parole board. Yeah, well, Judge Harry Ness, he married me. You know, he got me and my wife. Thanks to him, the court system really helped me. I'm getting better. Yeah, the judge came and gave us our blessings. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're not playing. No, my name will not be on that. Don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you can catch this ride next time. Coach the bags, the apparel. Coach accused of deliberately slashing unsold bags and throwing them in the trash. And if this a woman on TikTok has claimed that Coach intentionally slashed unsold or returned handbags despite preaching sustainability. And okay, let's say if not for sustainability, then you have fashionable high-end bags, conversation pieces. If you feel like the value of your bags go down, if you have older ones floating around, to potentially like, yeah, if you feel like that, then you can give the bags. You don't even have to give them. Put the bags at a discounted price for people who are like need apparel for interviews. And yeah, for people who need to like make a good first impression, that would be great. That would be a great idea. If you don't want to like, yeah, take away from the value of your bags, but you don't want to look like assholes either. Yeah, I understand that they don't want like 20,000. They don't want a surplus of bags from 2018 floating around on the streets, all marked down. Know what I mean? All marked down at $20 and 10 and $15 a pop. I understand that because it drives the the overall price of the brand down. That's just sound business thinking. But you could also yeah, you can make a better look for yourself if you make the bags available, older bags that's coming out of circulation. You can make them better by mark them down, right? You don't have to slash them, you don't have to do anything, but also make them available to people who have job interviews and people who have to look good and make a good impression for themselves. I think that would be a great idea. In a video which has recently gone viral on the app, environmental activist Anna Sachs, known online as Trash Walk, showcases a selection of destroyed purses. She revealed she had purchased them from another influencer, Dumpster Diving Mama, who found them in bins outside of a mall in Dallas, Texas. Holding up an array of leather goods to the camera, she says, as you can see, they're all slashed, which is Coach's policy. This is what they do with unwanted merchandise. They order an employee to deliberately slash it so no one can use it. Is this Coach telling people to do this, or is this like a vendor, or is this somebody that just carries their products? This is what they do with unwanted money. I would suppose that it has to be Coach, right? She also added that, and then they write it off as a tax write-off under the same tax loophole as if it were accidentally destroyed. That might be something. Coach has denied the tax-related part in the state. Yeah, that's no. The company is not claiming any tax benefits for in-store returns that are unsellable or not able to be donated that were destroyed in store. You don't even have to donate it. Just at like what Salvation Armies. Yeah, Salvation Armies, thrift stores, you mark them down and you make them easily available to people who just need them to look good when they go out somewhere to make a good impression. She then focuses on a screenshot of the website about the company's commitment to repairing bags with reach. So don't ditch it, repair it. It's another small thing we can do to keep bags out of landfill and reduce our impact on the environment. The video, which has been watched 2.3 million times, has prompted outrage online, with one person writing, oh, comments. Here we go. Coach purposely destroying products doesn't sound very circular to me. Another social media user, Cat Schiller, why don't they just heavily mark it down? We all know markup on these items is insane and they still make money even after the markdown. Coach issued an apology on October 12th. The activist believes that the brand should pledge not to destroy their unsold and unsellable items, not just those that are returned. Wow. Fun show, fun show, fun show. I love you guys. I'm going to wrap this up. I'll talk to you very, very, very soon. Adios.